and we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focuz Up family. Welcome to the July 13, 2024 installment of the Focuz Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday at 9 a.m. on YouTube or various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focuz Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word saint spelled backwards, and my co-hosts today are Brother Charles X, our Minister of Information, and Brother Floyd X. Now, we do have some other people that's supposed to be coming on, likely the Brother Walk and First Lady J. They're in the same location as Mr. Floyd X, so, feel free to log in and come on the show. But,
That's
we
right.
love y'all, respect y'all, and we'll hold it down just the same in the event that you guys don't just click the button and come on.
That's right. Brother Charles X reporting live from the Doja. The Doja, brother.
Yes, sir. How the brothers doing this morning?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. Out here in Seattle, Washington. My first time out here.
Oh, that's my spot.
Man, it's cool. Went to go see the Space Needle yesterday. That was cool to go up there and doing some little tourism stuff. I took it off on purpose,
Oh, so my bad. Gotcha.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. That's gonna happen. He's dealing with those allergies. Those allergies.
I got the allergies kicking my ass. Yeah.
Well, you know what we say around here? Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh crap! I better pull up that stuff without a pool. I gotta be ready for that.
Oh yeah. Cause I only got one computer today.
You know what you needed? You needed some black honey. That's what
black
you should have brought out.
Okay.
With them allergies.
Yeah. Shit. Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get to the get. First up, let's talk about Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys. What happened there at the Essence? What is called the Essence Fest?
Essence Festival. Look, man, listen. Lil Wayne, BG was one of my favorite Hot Boys for the longest, way back before he went to jail. That was my favorite one. The Bling Bling, Chopper City. I used to buy all of his albums. But this thing he pulling right now, to me, I don't appreciate it. He trying to make a Hot Boys reunion without Lil Turk. You know what I'm saying? We know that Lil Turk was not the best or the baddest on the Hot Boys, but he's Hot Boy nonetheless. You can't have no Hot Boy reunion without Lil Turk. So you need to BG. You need to let me go big full screen. Listen, BG, you need to cut that ego bullshit out. Talking about what Lil Turk did to you, and you need to let that Hot Boys reunion happen. Stop being. I ain't gonna call him that. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah. If Walk was here, stop being a little. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it. And the bottom line is, let's be bigger than that. Let's be grown-ups. Let's be adults. And you know what? It's not about you. It's about the fans. A lot of us have to go to work 9 to 5 every day. Metaphorically, ours are not necessarily 9 to 5. But we work with a lot of people that we don't necessarily like or agree with, but we do that because that's our job. And at the end of the day, the Hot Boys doesn't just belong to you; it belongs to the fans. And give the fans what they want. They want to see all of them. So that's what that's about. And on that note, welcome to the party, pal.
What's up, bro? What's up, my brothers?
What up?
Hey, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Brother Walk. You catching up, man. You catching up.
Yep. For sure. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Cool. So hey, we speaking on Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys and Turk and BG right now. You up on that, Walt?
Not at all.
Well, they had the Essence Festival, and they was trying to have a Hot Boy reunion, and Lil Wayne refused to go on stage with everyone else out of respect for his boy Lil Turk. or this Lil Turk, right? Lil Turk. He didn't go on stage and say, without Lil Turk, it ain't no Hot Boys reunion. And I respect that shit. He went on stage after they all went off stage. Then he went on stage. I respect Lil Wayne for that.
I do
What's your
too.
take on it?
Yeah, he's right. Turk is a fixture in the group as well. I don't get why the others would even attempt. I don't see why they would even attempt to do it without Turk, and he's still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Key point. He's still alive, and you said that this made a little bit in the rumorsville, but what's the reason why you were saying that BG has this big problem with Turk?
This is what I heard. When BG was in jail, Lil Turk was selling free BG shirts, and he wasn't giving none of the money to his family or nothing. From what I understand, that's the main issue.
And of course, that's presuming he even made a profit, because you got to buy stuff, you got to do stuff. A lot of people do stuff business-wise that they think's going to do something and end up worse off behind it. So, I don't know what the politics about. I'm not going to make any excuses for it. I understand the optics of it. I understand his beef with it. But, again, as we grown men, we understand that the past is past, and sometimes we got to put our foot forward. You got anything to say about this, Brother Charles X?
No, I defer to the experts on this subject right here. You know what I mean? And that's y'all brothers. So
that's them brothers. They know about the Hot Boys. That's what's up. I'm not too on top of it.
And y'all see my underscore is for expert on everything, especially when it comes to this hip hop. Thank you. Yes. All right, but where we at? Nice. We gonna move forward to the next one.
That's right. So we still talking about what's going on at the Essence Fest. Busta Rhymes was performing, and he literally just chewed out the crowd because everybody's sitting there holding up their fans and filming. And he's like, "Put your phones away. This is an experience. You need to enjoy this. I don't want you, watching this or whatever." And he really banged on him and really sort of held out and insisted them putting them out. He's like, "I'm gonna point you all out. I'm gonna call you all out." And I get it after a fashion. Go ahead.
Let me read the quote. What he said. They got a quote right here. New Orleans, y'all look like y'all tired, he proclaimed. You motherfuckers ain't ready? Everybody that's in here, get the F up. Hey, F them camera phones too. Let's get back to interacting like humans. Put them weird ass devices down. I ain't from that era. Them shits don't control a soul. Fuck your phone. Buzz continued to rant. 33 years of doing this shit. I ain't used to niggas sitting down at my show. The reason there will be zero tolerance for bullshit energy in here because this is my first time at the Essence New Orleans fucking 30 years anniversary festival. Make me feel like we homie. We home. I can feel what he's saying 100%. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I'm kid a performer. Everybody know that Busta Rhymes is one of the best live performers out there. Come on, I know Brother Charles X. I know you can feel him, man.
No, I understand his sentiments. There's no doubt about that. Especially coming from the era that he came from and we all came from, where that's not what we were doing. So I get it. I don't fault him for that take.
But here's the thing: this ain't that era. Busta, you can't tell me how to enjoy a freaking show. I'd have started booing his ass. Hell no, you can't. You ain't my daddy, fool. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, but I can't get to the heart quick enough, man.
I'm filming your ass, Busta. Yeah. That's
Look, J-Walk got a horn early. Good job,
man.
Walk.
Hey, you know what? I agree 100% what he's saying. He's like, first of all, you got to understand your crowd is a whole lot older, and some of us need to sit down. And as far as filming, people are experiencing stuff to the phone too. I mean, you're not just experiencing this, but you're going to be experiencing afterwards. You're going to be maintaining this experience. There's a reason why you were being filmed, by whatever was going on. I mean, I get it. You want to get people involved and get them up. That's a good criticism. But as far as filming and stuff like that, they still there behind the phones, whether their phones. You used to have people waving lighters. What does it matter if it's a phone? You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is, you let us old people do what we need to do to enjoy a show. You Walk is absolutely right. You ain't gonna tell me how I'm gonna enjoy a Busta Rhymes show. People was clowning him. If you look in the comments, they were like showing the audience this is how not crowded it was. It's like Busta's really banging on these like 33 people in the crowd. So, I mean, it's just look,
man.
at this point of the game, it's not ours. We gotta understand that. We have to interact how we can interact and fit in how we fit in. That's just what it is.
Just real briefly. I mean, I agree with both what Walk and my brother Mr. Nice said. But at the end of the day, the brother had a right to express, his sentiments and feeling, and that's what I'm just, giving him props for. Is just going ahead and sharing his perspective, And I'm notorious. I tell you this right now, from day one. I never was that guy jumping up, getting excited, whatnot. I'm sitting down in the back clutch, chilling, sipping on something, you know what I mean? And that's just how I've always been, So I would have been one of the recipients, you know what I mean? Not I wouldn't have been filming and doing the iPhone thing and whatnot, but he definitely would have been mad at me sitting down, chopping it up with somebody, lounging, for sure.
All right, let me say this real quick. When you are performing, it's a mutual exchange. You gotta give just like you receive it. When you up there giving your energy, you want that shit back, man. You like, come on, man. I'm not up here just to be here just to get a check. We gotta feel each other. Come on, man. And I that's what I respect about it. I think you gotta demand more from your audience. And you don't want people just to get comfortable sitting on their ass watching you perform like you ain't doing nothing.
I mean, the flip side of that is that if they got, he got the money, we paid the money, we forked it out, so, we as fans, we entitled to enjoy it however we feel. You know what I mean? So
I hear that.
You gotta, if you're on stage, you gotta do something, to get the crowd to interact with you, and feel you, and maybe chastising them may not have been the best move, but I respect it.
Be a professional and do your job. Dance, boy. Sing and dance. I don't want to hear no crap.
Damn. That's cool.
Shout out to Busta. Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'd have been one of them old people going crazy. Hey, brother Charles X, I was the person offsetting for you. So it's like how they plant how they plant trees and stuff like to offset the cars and the gas use and stuff like that. Yeah, I was the person jumping up, going crazy. Don't this hit make you want to jump? And, all this stuff.
Hey, I appreciate you because it kept the light on me being singled out in the crowd. You know what I mean? As being that guy. You know what I mean? Thank you.
But real quick. Just like Mr. Nice Guy, just repeating that line got me hyped up. How you gonna be hearing that and just be sticking back? Don't this shit make you want to jump? Come on, man.
I cannot listen to Busta perform without losing my effing mind.
Man.
He's one of the most hypest, dopest artist treasures, national treasures that hip hop's ever had. So, I salute that brother. I'm just saying that, look, you can't just go chastising everybody. Not everybody is going. You're gonna have wallflowers. I understand it. As an artist, you're supposed to yell at everybody, get them hyped. You like this crowd over here. You guys get loud. And you work the crowd, but you don't chastise the crowd. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
He's like, get off my lawn. This ain't your lawn anymore, bro.
All right. We gotta hurry up, Jaywalk. When Jaywalk be getting bored, he be in the back. Yeah. All right. Come on, let's move on. Let's move on, fellas. Let's move on.
He over there sipping on the otter pot? What you doing, man? But anyway,
trying to wake up. We had a long night.
Yeah. That's right, some birthday shenanigans.
Yes,
the first lady still ain't recovered.
Nah.
But so let's get on to the next thing. We talk about Rob Pelinka and the Lakers. Now, one of the reasons I know Floyd X didn't even know who Rob Pelinka was.
No idea. I don't follow the management. I follow the players, man.
Okay, in case you didn't know, this dude was Kobe Bryant's manager. His agent, sorry, and not only that, he was part of the original Fab Four, not the four, but or the Fab Five. He was on the team, but you're talking about with Chris Webber and Jalen Jalen, I can't believe I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about, the dude from Toronto.
Yeah.
The dude's in the commercial where Kobe is talking about 82 olives in this
Uh,
martini. But yeah, Jalen Rose. But yeah, so this is the legendary Fab Five. But Rob Pelinka was a player on that, a role player on that team. But anyways, he's been the GM for the Lakers for quite some years now. And there's been some controversy with this brother. But the main thing I want to discuss about it, because there's this super meme that's been going around. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. So we're not going to go over every single one of them. But I just want to put this out there. So it's like terrible decisions Rob Pelinka's made since LeBron James came to sign with the Lakers. Talks about a very public and failed pursuit of Dan Hurley. Missing out on Tyronn Lue, failure to trade for Kyrie, at the trade deadline. Thing about it, this is that, I always say a little bit of knowledge is dangerous. Dan Hurley was not going to leave being the big dog in college basketball to come and deal with the scrutiny that is the Lakers. The Lakers tried this before with Coach K. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you try to get somebody out of their element after their comfort zone to take a big risk, this ain't a big failure. It's just what it is. He ended up accepting like $20 million less, to stay in UConn, where he's the man, where he's literally coming off of 2 championships in a row. So that's not a big failure. When you're talking about Kyrie Irving, Kyrie Irving's the Nets owner refused to trade Kyrie to where he wanted to. He traded him to Dallas in spite. He didn't want to give him that. And, the result was that Kyrie only ended up in the finals and almost got a championship behind it. So
hey,
pettiness blows up. Go ahead.
So let me ask you this. So the Lakers, the last time they won was in 2020, right? In the bubble. Was that when they won the last time?
That is correct.
So, I mean, and I know people question it and try to put an asterisk mark on it and all that, but a win is a win to me. But why are people attacking this guy when, in my opinion, you can look at Lakers is still a dynasty. They still got great players on the team. I mean, why he getting so much criticism? Like it's
That's
like
easy,
the
brother.
Lakers fell off.
Yeah, no, it's easy. I mean, the number one reason is coming into a year where they had resources and they had LeBron James willing to restructure his contract and take less money. They didn't land that one free agent, and on top of that, drafted, and we'll talk about it later, Bronny James.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So the team did not improve at all in an ever-improving NBA, not only in the West, but in particular on the East now. So that's where, the criticism is coming from.
Actually, the criticism's coming from hate. It's the fact of the matter is, it's sort of like the Dallas Cowboys. There's a big contingency of fans, but there's a great contingency of people that are not fans of, and that's the type of situation with the Lakers. The Lakers are a hot topic, so if you can trash on them, you're gonna get a bunch of clicks, you're gonna get a bunch of views, a bunch of ratings, a bunch of sponsors, whatever. That's just the nature of the game. But when he talks about not landing these free agencies, he's got to talk about these people did not want to come to the Lakers. Clay chose not to come to the Lakers because he felt like the Dallas was already in the finals. He could just be the missing piece there to get them over the hump. So it takes 2 to tango. It's not just a function that he didn't get this guy. That guy actually has to choose who you're getting. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
I was just saying. So it sounds like you're saying it's illegitimate hate, and Brother Charles is saying it's legitimate hate.
I'm saying it's legitimate. No doubt about it.
It is legitimate. Like we as the fans love the team, and we on the outside looking in like, yo, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, to me personally, I feel that this is a throwaway season. This is just, they're gonna do real bad, and next year they're gonna probably get one of the top picks or something like that, or whatever they could do. This is a trash season. So it's legitimate hate because we legitimate fans of the Lakers, and we looking like, what's going on, Pelinka?
See, this is what I'm talking about, not understanding how they have these tax aprons, apron 1, apron 2, and then if you go over that. So the bottom line is, in order for them to make a move, not only does it take 2 to tango, a lot because of all this Laker angst and the fans putting this all out there, you're creating perceived pressure on the Lakers to do something. So the teams that are working with them feel like, oh, they're really feeling the pressure. So I'm gonna try to milk them for everything. Normally, I would only demand 1 first-round pick for this player, but now I feel like they're all in a bind, so I'm gonna try to demand 2. It's like you're basically helped to creating this angst that's making it even more difficult to pull off a trade. but you still got to make a trade to make sense. So that's a big part of it. And a lot of times they don't put their stuff out in the open. A lot of times they move in silence, and then all of a sudden it's just like blah blah blah. These are the maneuvers. So there's things that has to be done. But one of the criticisms was the fact that they extended some of the people. They allowed them to extend because they're already in the second apron. The only way that they can add these players is to trade them. So they need to have these slots and these players to be able to trade and get people. They'd have to, in order for them to get like a free agent, they would have to be way, way under the cap, which they couldn't be when you got LeBron and AD already taking up $90 million. It's like $93 million right there, and they need to be significantly under 140 just to be able to add a free agent of significance. So that's why the bottom line is you got to let them work. The bottom line is don't oversell this where you got Portland thinking that, we can demand 2 first-round picks for Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant ain't did ish. You guys are trying to get rid of him, but because of all this Laker angst and all this other stuff, they feel like, nah, we're just going to hold out, and the Lakers will probably go and pull some.
All right. So, Brother Charles, what do you got to say to that?
Yeah, but I think it's real easy. Is that at the end of the day, the all those guys are getting paid significant amount of money, Rob Pelinka included. And the bottom line is that either you can make money or make excuses. You see what I'm saying? The Lakers is one of the top franchises, in all of the NBA. And we used to just attract players to come there without having to sell anything. You know what I mean? It's the Laker franchise. You know what I mean? But now today they're not coming. Why is that reason? I believe it's a number of contributing factors. One of which is players don't have confidence in management.
Right.
Bottom line, you know what I mean? They don't have the confidence in management. This is a management that when they offered the Hurley the contract, everyone knows that Hurley was having a lot of success over there at UConn. The college game is way more, in terms of longevity, is more solid. His whole family stays there on the East Coast, including that region. So you was going to make an offer that was legitimate to bring him over. It wasn't just enough to pay him more money than what he was making in college because A, he was going to get a contract, and B, when one is looking at markets, you're looking at, okay, what are other coaches getting paid? And what they offer him was well under market value in terms of what other coaches were getting paid, especially given the success that he was having at UConn. So that was just a poor bid that they made and poor effort to get him. If they were going to come half-ass at it, they should have never even came at it at all. Then when you go and draft Bronny James, which in the second round, which was not going to really improve your team, and then on top of that,
we're going to save Bronny. Save Bronny for the top.
We are, but I'm saying I got to touch on it because, again, you don't think that other players was looking at this? You don't think Klay Thomas was like, damn, am I going to lose minutes to Bronny James? You think a star player?
You think a star player is worried about losing time to a player that's picked with the 55th pick? Come on, he's not even going to be playing. What I'm saying is that.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that the optics were looking like, hey, they drafted this guy because no one was going to draft Bronny James. Lakers could have just signed him, later on and whatnot. No one's going to draft Bronny James. You know what I mean? So the fact that they signed him, the optics were like, okay, well, they're going to try to have him part of this team, have him play on the court with his dad and whatnot, and sell tickets. I mean, that was
Let's do it. Let's talk about. Check this out, brother Charles X. You said nobody was going to draft him. Teams were trying to get a workout with him. Okay, first of all, Bronny James was ranked 19 in the college when they were recruiting him at USC. He was ranked here. Let me put it up for you, so it's not just me talking out my whatever. But the bottom line is, you see right here. Sorry, this one right here. Is that the one? So he was the 19 prospect in the ESPN 100.
Look at the date. Look at the date.
I know, but wait.
That's pre-heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. That was my point. He had a heart attack. That's why his basketball career was what it was in college. But then he actually went to the combine and he dominated at the combine. Look what he did.
You missed some parts of your article, bro. Look at this article. The first article said that he was 6'3". Now this article's coming out giving the real size of him, 6'1" without the shoes. He doesn't have the stature.
He's a guard. He's a guard.
He's
a guard. You said he was a swing, so he's supposed to play a forward. He's playing a guard, 6'1". He's comparable to sizes of Derek Fisher and to the people that they've talked about. There's players of that height. He's not only that
point guards are that height. You know what I mean? And so he's expected to be a 3-and-D guy, and 3-and-D guys have more versatility. They got to play the point, the 2 and forwards.
Wait, he's not expected to be a 3. He's a guard. He's not a forward.
I'm saying as a 3-and-D player, which is the role that they're looking at him to being, you have to be able to cover not only the point guards, but even on because you get switches, you get traps. You know what I mean? And in those traps, you have to switch to a forward. So he's going to be expected to cover forwards as well.
His size is comparable to Marcus Smart. His basketball game is very comparable to Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart, unlike Marcus Smart, Bronny James does not have the stats, nor have ever had the stats that Marcus Smart produced not only in college, but also in the NBA as well. And Marcus Smart never had to go to the G League. Bronny is destined for the G League.
That's the thing about it. And he's going to go in the G League, and a lot of that is recovering. But again, in the compound, when they actually played him against draft prospects, he basically separated himself. They were trying to get workouts with him, and the agent told them, do not draft him. He literally told him, people told, hey, maybe you might have a shot at getting LeBron if you're going to get him. So I'm just saying that he was very able to be drafted. And not only that, ESPN literally had him ranked at like 54. He was picked at 55. So
he got ranked in a low second round pick. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe he was going to get drafted. If someone drafted him,
hey, what you say, Walt? What you think about this whole thing? Is Bronny trash?
The only reason anybody looking at him is because it's LeBron James' son. That's the only reason we even having this conversation. He wouldn't even make the D League if he attempted to make the damn D League. Like, let's be real. It's some players in the D League with better stats, better numbers, who didn't even get drafted. Come on now, let's be real. We even having this conversation because it's LeBron James' son. That's the only reason you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what? We're right. We're having this discussion because of LeBron James' son, because of the hate is real. You're absolutely 100% right.
I'm not.
That's exactly what it is.
I would love for Bronny James to be great and to do well. I'm a LeBron James fan.
If you would have watched the summer league games, you would have heard the cheering for Bronny James every time he was basically making a play on defense. He did not shoot well, but he was getting rebounds, he was getting deflections, he was getting blocks, he was getting steals. Like, everybody doesn't do everything. You got to focus on what your niche is going to be. So I'm not going to tell you.
What's his niche?
His niche is
what is he good at?
A defensive guard, a defensive disruptive guard. That's what
his niche. Have you seen him shut shit down? What highlight is of him? To see him like, oh, look at LeBron James' son.
Hey, did you watch? Hey, again, did you watch the summer league?
I watched. My son had paid for it to watch it on YouTube. His game, because you're not going to see him, Bronny, on YouTube. They swipe that shit. But if you pay for it, my son.
Well, I'm talking about, I get it. I got all the summer league games are free. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about USC when he was in USC.
I'm not talking about USC.
And in high school.
Dude,
I'm talking about it.
In high school, look at his high school. He was ranked number 19.
Okay, come on. You just interrupting. What has he done where he shuts shit down to where anybody's even thinking about anything other than his damn daddy, bro? I'm telling you, that's all he's doing. And that's kind of sad too. I'm sure he looking in the mirror like, I shouldn't even be in this goddamn locker room. He know it. He knows.
That's the thing about it. He doesn't. See, that's it. See, that's why LeBron James is saying he don't care about this. He don't need any of this stuff. He could basically play video games, and that could be his career. The fact that he's put in the work, you understand? There's a lot of physical stuff that he has to do to even be
just to be below average.
He doesn't have to do this. He said below average.
Oh man, they hiring at Walmart, Bronny.
Bronny James got a $7 million contract. And he's got a large following. That's a reality. You can call it hate, whatever you want, but I'm just saying.
Let's talk about that, brother.
My brother's doing better than all of us right now. That's a fact.
Well, no doubt, brother. I'll tell you right now, Mr. Nice, if I was paid given a 4-year contract, which is unheard of for a 55th overall pick, but I was given a 4-year guaranteed contract where I get $4.4 million that's guaranteed with incentives up to $700,000, and on top of that, a $500,000 advance. I'd be the hardest working brother in the league. Let me tell you that right now. The hardest working brother in the league.
You'll probably have better numbers too.
You wouldn't have to be though. You wouldn't have to be because the bottom line is he's got access to way more money than that through LeBron. He don't need.
So
to do
what?
none of this.
See, wait, hold on. See, that's unsettling what you saying, nice guy. You talking about we hating on him? We are expecting him talking about he got more money. We know. That's why he need to get the hell out the way for a player who really could freaking play. He in the way. You think it ain't somebody who been balling his whole life and been told he one of the greatest, didn't even make the damn G League, and this dude is there because he's LeBron James' son. That's it. I will put my son on the team. Like, fuck it. You want to play? Come on. I'm LeBron James.
And you know what makes it worse for the Lakers though is that it's seeing JJ Redick cheerlead Bronny James and his and what's taking place so far in terms of his court play. I mean, that right there alone has people not trying to come to the Lakers. I can tell you
every coach has to back up your players. Your coach is gonna rock. The coach was also riding for Lewis. You know what I'm saying? When Maxwell Lewis got the technical, he's in mid-interview talking about, come on, let the dude let him have his highlight. I mean, that's literally what a coach is supposed to do. Some of these criticisms were saying, oh, he's not coaching the summer league. Ain't none of these coaches coaching the summer league. They all got a summer league coach for their.
That's right. Yeah, that's always been true.
But I'm just saying,
he's in attendance.
It's an example of the criticism.
Right.
I mean, it's just BS. I mean, the bottom line is, look, the time will tell about what he is. I can't tell you if he's going to pan out or not. That's really not it is, because a lot of this comes down to a player's heart. Because a lot of these people, they just don't work. I mean, the reason why the Lakers
does Bronny got heart? Do we got heart?
I believe he does. I don't think
got
he
a heart
here.
attack. He had a heart attack. I'm on a
and that's that black hate. That's that black hate. You know what I'm saying? When white people do stuff for theirs, don't nobody say nothing about nothing.
Right. I was the best with the brother. Let me tell you this. Especially
black media. We talking about black folks. It's new black media, brother. I don't care what's going on over there, bro. This is what's going on with us. LeBron James and Bronny is in the news, bro, and we know why he's there. This is not a mystery. He wouldn't even made it to the G League, and you know it. You watch when LeBron James.
I don't know it.
Lakers gonna be like, get your little ass out of here, boy.
He was number 19 in the top 100. You act like he wasn't a legitimate prospect.
That's old news, brother. That's old news.
Right. I know, but my point is that
you're at USC, then he had the health issues, and then he slipped significantly.
And that's why he slipped. Exactly. The health issues are why he slipped.
His health issues and his performance last year on the team that was garbage. USC had no star players. He could have stood out if he wanted to.
Because he was recovering from his health issues. I agree 100%. Yes, he did not do shit at USC because he was recovering because his heart fell out his chest. I get that. But the bottom line is
that's real dramatic. You said his heart fell out his chest.
For all intents and purposes, you're talking about a person who had a cardiac arrest. I mean, usually people are driven to completely live the game. I mean, we know about what happened to the brother. What was the brother that fell out on the floor and died?
From the Buffalo.
Hammond.
No, that's the football. He's talking about the one that died.
Yes, the basketball player, the famous basketball player that I forgot.
I remember the story, but I don't know his name. I remember the story.
I'm just saying that when you have heart issues and stuff like that, Ronny Turioff, he had a situation with his heart, so he had to have heart surgery. And once that all got beyond him, he got back to what he needed to be. But I mean, it's going to take you time. Some of these players, didn't have great statistics. Like I believe I read that Jimmy Butler didn't have great, collegiate statistics, but he ultimately got himself to start playing. He's a whole different caliber than LeBron.
Let me say this. Look, it's all entertainment, and to see Bronny play with his father, that's going to be great TV. When the basketball season starts back up, that's going to be great to watch. That's why his jersey was like broke records, and everybody was disappointed that his jersey sold so fast and was broke records. Come on, man. It's in the end, it's all entertainment, and I'm looking forward to this season. I'm like, go, Bronny, go! I'm gonna be there cheering for him too. I'm probably gonna go to a game at the what they call, it's not the Staples Center no more. What is it called? The basketball arena.
Hey, that's because you support Black love, but sometimes it be like that. So
look, I'll still watching every game for sure. But then what this reminds me of to a degree was like I say, I go way back being a Laker fan. I remember when we had Ronnie Tarif, and he took that physical and they found that large heart issue that he had to have open heart surgery.
That's
Had
what
the
I
open
was
Damn.
heart surgery,
talking
came
about.
back
I
that
literally
season,
just brought that up.
balled. You know
Damn.
what I mean? I would love to see Bronny James, you know what I mean, raise up, you know, and just ball out. You know, there's no doubt about it because it helped the Lakers. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And he
ooh.
dates outside of his race. That's another strike against young Bronny.
Yeah.
Bunny Hopper.
Hey,
He
hey,
Wow.
not
hey,
like
if
his
that was
dad.
the reason, we in trouble with all our professional athletes. I tell you that right
Man, half the league would be out.
He ain't nothing like his daddy. Nothing. Literally.
Hey, let
We
yeah,
wasting too
let's
much
You
time on
want to go to the
Bronny.
break?
nah.
You want to go to
Let's
the
go to
break?
some commercials. Yeah, that's funny. La Brea Trucking for all of your trucking needs. East Coast to the West Coast, West Coast to the East Coast, North to South, South to North. If you need something delivered, holler at the brother. He deliver anything, not weed or drugs, but he deliver anything. Shout out to La Brea Trucking. The Score Bar and Lounge, a black-owned establishment. Go support it. Go have you a drink if that's what you do. They got food. You get wings on Wednesday, tacos and tequila on Tuesday, karaoke on Thursday, and what else they got? Karaoke Thursday, tequila, and then they got the Sunday brunch. So tomorrow, you in Sacramento and you wake up and you feeling kind of hungry, go get you some brunch. They got some good food. The chef is magnificent over there. He cooks some good food. And then they got the sister Tanera, the hair geek. She be cooking some food. Great place to visit. Great environment, and it's secure. They got good security. All that. That's
Dollar
all,
wings
man.
on Wednesday. That's a good ass deal. Shit.
That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey.
That's my favorite part, brother.
And remember, you can go get it in person if you don't want to order it online. The sister, her product is in the stores. Where's it at? You can go to the Petty Vice, located in Venice, California, and you can go to the Afro City Marketplace, located in the Crenshaw Mall. Y'all know where the Crenshaw Mall at. Take a drive over there when you're trying to show off your new ride, driving down the Shaw. Then hit the Crenshaw Mall and go get you some. What they gonna get, brother?
Get you some of that black honey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. What's next up? Hold on. That's the old commercial. Let me go to the new one.
That's an upgrade right there, brother.
Yeah, we don't brother El Poo today, so there ain't gonna be no spin that back afterwards. But we're gonna be back next week, and we're gonna do the legacy of NWA. So tune in for
Let's
that.
let's talk about the spin that back numbers, man. People are watching the show, dude. They must be like getting some education and learning something new when they watch spin that back. When y'all cover topics like you talked about De La Soul, the other week. Come on, and he spoke about Eric B and Rakim. That we go back, they go back and talk about that era of hip hop when hip hop was like, this is us, this is us. That was it. Come on, man. Go
Hey,
check out Spin That Back.
not only that, spin that back. I mean, they bring on live artists like they had that episode with Born Alive.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
All
Come
type of things
on.
covering it. So, shout
Come
out to
on, man.
Miss El Pooh, the star
Hell yeah.
of the show.
Hell yeah. Go
Yeah,
check that out.
definitely. And on the show we talk about artists when it was like it was no duplication. It wasn't like everybody sound the same. We had DJ Quick. Come on now, King Son, EPMD. That's what we going when we do the Spin That Back show. We talking about originality. Not like you listen to the radio. Everybody sound like Gunna and my boy Free Young Thug. Everybody sound like that. Everybody is just
Right.
following that blueprint. But that's not what we do on the Spin That Back show. That's why the
Let,
numbers
let,
are going up.
let me run that back one more time. Hey, the beat by El Pooh. El Pooh produced that beat.
And salute to the memory of Brick Walls, our fallen soldier, who is a member
Hell
of
yeah.
the Spin That Back roster.
Salute to that
He
brother. Yes, sir.
had his service earlier this week on Wednesday. Great service. The preacher even brought in some hip hop references and referred to Tupac. So it's a sign of the times. But that brother had a powerful emotional send off. So salute to that brother and his fantastic hip hop legacy and just human being
Shout out
legacy.
to that brother. Yes, sir.
You know what it is. Sex Talk will walk every Thursday. Man, I've been so busy doing a whole bunch of different things. I haven't been able to do a show, but definitely this week when I get back in town, we gonna run it with either El Pooh or Mr. Floyd X. It's going down. I got a hot one coming up next time. I'm ready. I'm ready already.
Hey man, y'all know what it is. It's the Focus Up Show, the new black media. We trying to be that new black media, get you the latest and greatest information, give you entertainment. Every week we here every Saturday at 9 a.m. No matter where we at. Like right now, we're reporting live from Seattle, Washington. Come on, man, wherever we at, we gonna bring the entertainment, bring the news to you. That's what we do. It's the new black media Focus Up Show every Saturday.
And
What's
let's
that?
not forget, we also have Mutant Politics starring brother Charles X there. And we've had some nice long contentious shows. You said that was our record breaking show last week, brother Charles X.
Half hours, brother.
Yeah, that was some powerful
Thank you,
debate.
Jay Walk. Our brother Walk, I should say, making an appearance. You know what I mean? That was appreciated.
For sure.
And he ran as soon as brother Floyd X came on. That's all right.
All right. Yeah, let's move on. Where we at, Mr.
And
Nice
you know
Guy?
what? And we talked about it. So hey, brother Charles is official. We're gonna do a Mutant Politics after the show. I set it up during the break. We're gonna follow up with something.
Let's figure it out. Let's cover these last 15 minutes here, and then if we have some meat on the bones, let's go for it.
That's right. So tune in.
Pause.
Tune in at 10:30 after the show. Mutant Politics, ROC, right center. Featuring.
So where we at, Mr. Nice? Where we at?
All right, so we talked about is Bronny trash, and the consensus is that no. So let's talk about Biden. Probably is going to go just as badly.
Biden and Vice President Trump. I don't know if y'all seen that clip where he said, "My Vice President Trump, we're working diligently to solve these problems." That was a funny clip.
We all stumble. I mean, I know that I've said things on this show that I wish that I would have caught, and I kind of got on you guys that I didn't correct it. So I'm just saying it's the nature of the game. You can find a whole bunch of videos of Biden having all these little gaffes and stuff like that. You can find all these type of videos of Trump doing the same type of thing. There's no
whole
question,
bunch, brother.
but there's no question. Did you say not a whole bunch or a whole
No, I
bunch?
said a whole bunch, bro. I mean, it was just last week where he was talking about he was the first black woman president, you know what I mean? Just this week, he introduced Zelensky as Putin, you know what I mean? Come on, brother.
Again, but you know darn well he didn't think that he was the first black woman. What he was probably trying to say is that he brought you the first black woman vice president. He picked the first black woman. So I understand that
optics, brother.
It's cool and funny. Well, see, that's the thing about it. As intelligent people, we can be better than optics. I understand that, but it is what it is. He is not a good candidate. I mean, the fact of the matter is all of this is way too much noise. The fact that we're talking about so much about age and all this other stuff, that's the reason why he should have been stepped down, because now you'd be forced to have to deal with the actual issues. But, notwithstanding his gaffes, notwithstanding, that terrible performance, if you look at the transcript, he still made some cognitive, strong, powerful arguments. So the bottom line is he is competent enough to be, but he's not going to be competent enough to win. And that's really the biggest part. It's going to be Ruta Bader Ginsburg, whatever situation all over again, letting the old person just destroy it so that somebody else can come there and do what they do. What are you about to say, Brother Walt?
He is the most powerful man on planet Earth. He has control of the nuclear warheads. This is bad optics for every other country that's looking at us. That's why a lot of stuff is going on in these different countries, because they know our so-called leader is incompetent, not coherent. He's not cognitive. It's not there, dude. Y'all, you sitting up there saying that like, oh, he made a few mistakes, like everybody make mistakes. Well, in some jobs, you shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly. See, exactly. You make mistakes.
You messing up my bit, bro. I was doing that on purpose. That was a gaffe. See, but I'm not the leader of the free world. See, you.
Hey, come on, Walk. Try do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Give it another shot. Oh, come on.
I work under these conditions, man. I'm
Yeah, but Brother Nice, it kind of went, you know what I mean? But I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, brother, at the end of the day, we've been knowing that his cognitive decline has been taking place for years now. But, since this is, the new black media that we like to say, is we can't ignore the role of our so-called black women in the effort to promote this falsehood and this narrative that everything was A-okay. You know what I mean? When I say, I name specific names, like Simone Sanders, Karine Jean-Pierre, his White House secretary, and then there's been others, but right now the Democrat oligarchs are attempting to override the will of their party's voters again. Because right now, I believe that he's not going to make it past this week. In fact, I believe that during the RNC, the Republican National Convention, which takes place starting this Monday, we're probably going to hear some sort of announcement that, for the good of the party, Biden has decided to step down, and they're going to probably announce the first black woman president, Kamala Harris, as being, that now and being his replacement. They've been trying to get Gavin Newsom, but he doesn't want it because he knows California is not in a very good spot and moment right now, and on top of that, not having the time to be able to run a real campaign. He wants to just wait. You know what I mean? So
Brother Charles, I don't think they would dare set that kind of precedent to sit a president down. I don't think that's never going to happen. Come on.
I said this long ago, but we're about to find out because, again, I just said that we probably will learn as early as this week. So by next show, we're going to know if I was right or not. You know what I mean? But I've been saying for the longest that they were going to replace him before the end of this process and before it came to the election, because right now, I mean, he has so many failures on his record right now. Not only is the cognitive decline, but Lancet, one of the world's oldest medical journals, just came out and said that it's not 40,000 Palestinian deaths that are taking place. It's over 186,000 Palestinian deaths that are taking place. And then in the same week, now the Haaretz and others have reported that of the half of the 12,000 people who died on October 7th, that more than half of them were killed by the IDF themselves. And once again, on this show, we talked about the Hannibal Directive, as well as Meeting Politics. We talked about what the Hannibal Directive was.
That's a big claim. Where'd you get that? Half of them was killed by the IDF. That's a big ass
Half of
claim, brother.
ideas, all you got to do is just not follow strictly mainstream American media and read headlines from around the world, in particular Israel itself. And then, it's loud and clear. It's a clarity that's been issued, on a lot of these, claims that we heard in the United States, or a lack of reporting that we had heard in the United States, that we're just not being given real information and real news. But right now, it's been accepted, by the world. And we've been knowing this for a second, again, based on the Hannibal Directive, that of those 12,000 people who died on October 7th, more than half of them were killed by the IDF. And you could just look at the cars that were destroyed and the people that were in them, because Hamas did not have the firepower to destroy those cars. It actually happened from Israeli Air Force, through their helicopters and through their airplanes and whatnot. So the numbers are even, it's not even debatable at this stage of the game. We know.
What do you got to say to that, Mr. Nice Guy? Come on. What do you got to say to that?
I mean, look, you got to understand, Brother Charles X is very informed on these sources and what he's looking at. So I'm never disputing that what he's reading is what he's reading. My point is that when we talk about this is coming from this part, this is coming from that part, I'm just saying that all of this stuff is questionable, whether any of it's coming from and one of the things in evaluating all of this stuff is a little bit of a smell test. So when he talks about stuff like, they didn't even have the capability to do all this stuff, I mean, I wouldn't even begin to presume what someone does not have the capability to do, because, again, I don't know what their resources are. But the fact that this terrorist attack couldn't have played out just like it was presented on October 7th, I'm just telling you, brother, I don't buy that at all. I'm just saying that I get it, and I'll repeat the point that I made on Mutant Politics. I said what's always really blown my mind about rah-rah, intelligent, Hotep brothers, just knowledgeable brothers that are really about the struggle, they're really doing important things for Black people, how absolutely how they completely dispel what this government says. They're so suspicious about what this government puts out, but it's amazing how wholeheartedly they accept what other governments are putting out. Like, these other governments are terribly more like they figured it out, that they're the righteous governments. I mean, I understand that you can say that America is more evil, but I'm telling you, they're all evil. People, just the way that people naturally work. Propaganda is just a way that people in power rule. So you're not getting the truth from anybody. Now, I understand that you're doing very due diligence in basically saying, I'm taking this, or whatever. But even in doing that, you must still entertain the possibility that the conclusion that you're making and the
Jesus take the wheel.
Wrong. I hear what you're saying, brother.
Called technology, brother. Technology. Listen, check this out. The police, they have a tracking system with the radar. If you shoot a gun, they could pinpoint exactly where it came from. So imagine what the hell going over there. They got rockets being shown and where they came from and everything. So you sitting up here like, we're just hearing about this stuff. It's people on the ground that's telling what's going on with the Hamasians. That's my word I made.
But there's people reporting it.
It's actual people with phones who getting their asses blown up, brother. Pause. But they're like, look at this going on. We're just civilians. There's videos of this on those different networks that Mr. Charles X is speaking about. The KTLA and ABC is not the only news networks. They go grimy. Even if you want to watch Telemundo is showing what's going on over there. I don't speak the language, but I got eyes. They are really, it's a genocide going on right now.
Hey, brother, I could walk over to, I could walk a few blocks from where I'm living right now, Rosecrans and Central, and show you some things that are going on, but it's still not the whole picture. There's no question that a lot of this stuff is happening. I'm not disputing that. We know for a fact that what is happening to the Palestinians is an absolute outrage. We know that it's absolute genocide. That's not even being debated. Okay, that's not even the point. My point is that when you talk about the numbers of casualties and stuff like that, people are still basically creating composites of information. It's just like how the flat earthers are saying there's no pictures of the earth. All of these are composites or these planets and stuff like that. Because, they're taking this data and they're taking this data and they're taking this data and they're putting it together. And my point is that it's still being put together. It's still being reported. And there's still avenues and hands-on things that can skew things. And I'm just telling you, when people are empowered and have something, and they definitely want to trump up their argument. I hate to use the word Trump. Sorry, Trump. No disrespect to you. I'm just saying that when people want to lean into a position, they will tend to exaggerate, inflate these numbers. And what I'm saying is that you may not be getting 100% accurate numbers. You may be getting 90% numbers. You may be getting 80% numbers. You may be getting enough that you need to get. But my point is that you have to question all of this, because it doesn't matter that you're getting some eyes on this and that. What's going on is way bigger than what.
So how do you make a decision then? How do you make a decision if you're like, well, it could be this, it could be that?
You don't. You say that. You say that there's a high probability. You say that.
Allow me to chime in real quick, brother. Nice. You had the floor for a second.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. But so just a few last points, and I'll leave the rest of the floor for you all. The rest of the show is that I'm not relying on my data from solely government sources. That's never been my MO, and any real investigative journalist or that someone who's trying to ascertain facts doesn't do that. Although yes, some figures and information have come from governments, but mostly a lot of my information has come from independent journalists, various respected journals and articles that have been written by those that have proven to be right in the past, former military personnel, not only here but abroad. A former CIA and FBI analyst, who again are well respected and whose intel through the years have proven to be actual facts and right and accurate through the years. Real people on the ground, and that's just to name a few. You know what I mean? And so, and the other thing I wanted to clear up is you referred to the Hamas so-called attack that took place as being that from terrorists, and I have to remind everyone that Hamas are freedom fighters. The Palestinian people have been underneath a brutal occupation for many, many years now. And then what the facts have now supported and showed us is that they weren't involved in a terrorist attack. They were involved in a professional military operation. So yes, some civilians were killed. I never justify harming, of civilians in particular. I'm never going to go there. I'm not about taking hostage and all that type of, stuff. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was a professional operation that was executed by Hamas in that particular seven. But again, we're not talking about that. We're talking about, is Biden trash? And yes, Biden is trash. There's a lot going underneath his watch. Right now, already, Trump has raising more money than the Biden campaign. And I stand by my comments earlier is that by the end of this upcoming week, I don't see, Biden being president no longer and being the candidate, for this year's election.
I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right. I'm going to leave it there.
Hey, I hope you're right too. I hope you're right. I think it's too much noise. I don't think he's trash, but I don't think he's putting your best foot forward. I think he's going to sink this ship. And I'm not talking about as a president. I'm just talking about as a candidate.
He may sink the world, bro. World War III, as we talked about this at the end of the last episode, seems imminent.
And that's what you believe, and I'm just saying I don't believe that at all. I don't think that no one's going to, again, unless you're the Joker. And I know that you think America's the Joker, and I disagree with that. I'm just saying that you will not blow up everything, kill everybody just because you're not getting your way on something.
Bro, we literally have that as a protocol in the doctrine here in America that in some sort of post-apocalyptic nuclear attack that we literally would attack everyone so that we would have a larger population than anybody else left on the planet. That's literally an America protocol.
Again, now let me come back to your point about terrorism. Okay, I would define the definition of terrorism is an attack on civilians. So I'm just saying that's why I would call
Well,
it.
my God, man, America is the greatest terrorist on the planet. You know what I mean? All the civilians that they kill.
You know what America's done and Jim Crow. There's no question here. Yeah, absolutely, they're terrorists. You know what I'm saying? So there's no question about that. So I'm not making no excuses for America, but I'm gonna criticize America just like I'm gonna criticize these other people. What were we saying?
Joe Scarborough from Morning Joe, he said this about Joe Biden. He said, forget America. He wouldn't be fit. Would you want him to be a CEO of your company? Joe Biden is trash, bro. You would not want him running your company, but he's in charge of the free world. Come on, brother.
I will let him watch my grandchildren.
Hey, brother, Hey,
Hey,
brother,
say that again, Charles X, please.
With all due respect, I wouldn't let you run the CEO of my company, but I still think that you're very cognitive and intelligent. I mean, and you probably wouldn't select me either. I'm just saying it is what it is.
You gotta see my credentials, you know what I mean, before you make that decision. You know,
I'm not talking about you. I'm not you, Brother Charles X. I got some cold-blooded ones. Let me tell you that. Charles X, I want to talk about you. I consider you heavily, but I'm just saying that it's just the nature of what it is. You know, the thing about Biden is, I hope whatever causes him to step down, because I just don't think he's a good candidate. But as far as him able to do his job, he's got a lot of people around him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to do all these things. I do believe he is competent enough to be president, and I definitely think he has done, after a fashion, a competent job.
Hey, listen, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, look, this is what I want to say about Biden. Did it work? No. Jesus take the wheel again?
Yeah, you got it, brother.
Yeah, but it's not over. I'm killing streak.